Atmanirbhar Gujarat roadmap for agriculture sector 2020-2030 જે next 10 years માટેના જે આપણે roadmap છે એગ્રીકલ્ચર કૃષિ ખેડૂત કલ્યાણ અને સહકાર વિભાગ માટે કેવા રહેવું જોઈએ એના માટે આપણી જે એક સમિતિ બનાવી છે સમિતિની આજે પ્રથમ બેઠક છે એટલે આપણે અહીંયા સચિવ મારા સાથે સચિવ શ્રી સહકાર અને કૃષિ સહકાર વિભાગના તમામ એચઓડી શ્રીસ પણ છે અને આપણા રાજ્યની તમામ કૃષિ યુનિવર્સિટીઝના વાઇસ ચાન્સલર્સ પણ જોડાયા છે અહીંયા ઓર્ગેનિક યુનિવર્સિટી અને કામધેનુ યુનિવર્સિટીના વાઇસ ચાન્સલર્સ પણ છે અને સાથે સાથે આપણા સાથેના જે બોર્ડ કોર્પોરેશન્સ એના એમડી પણ જોડાયેલા છે હવે આપે બધા એન્ડ વી આર ઓલ્સો pleased to have the Executive Chairman, National Council for Climate Change, Sustainable Development and Public Leadership, NCCSD, Dr. Kirit Shelat સાહેબ પર જોડાયા છે જે આપણા વિભાગના સચિવ રહી ચૂક્યા છે. So we will be taking his benefit of his wide experience also in this committee for drafting our 10-year roadmap. જે આપણે ટર્મ્સ ઓફ રેફરન્સ છે આપણે બધા જોયેલું છે કે ટર્મ્સ ઓફ રેફરન્સ આર વેરી ક્લિયર કે એનસીસીએસડી ના સાથે રહી અને આપણે કઈ રીતે આપણે ટોપિક એજન્ડા સેટ કરી અને પછી આપણા માટેના જે રોડમેપ છે આપણે એ કરી શકશું. Today we have received some of the pointers from the NCCSD also regarding this. એટલે I will first ask Dr. Kirit Shelat સાહેબ to set the ball rolling અને NCCSD કઈ રીતે આપણા સાથે આ રોડમેપ બાબતમાં કઈ રીતે આપણે પછી માઇલસ્ટોન્સ નક્કી કરવું જોઈએ એને કઈ રીતે અચીવ કરવું જોઈએ એ દિશામાં આપણને યોગદાન આપી શકશે. એટલે વિઝન 2020-2030 માટે that will be useful for our department. So I request Dr. Kirit Shelat sir to brief the August gathering. Dr. Shelat. Sir, online.
Sir, Shelat sir is joining within 2 minutes because he faced some network problem. So, sir, 2 minutes, huh?
Okay, not an issue.
Shelat sir?
We are ready.
Some meeting ની શરૂઆત છે અને ભારદ્વાજ સાહેબે આખા મીટિંગ નું ઓવરવ્યૂઝ અને હવે તમારા ખાસ માર્ગદર્શન માટે વિનંતી કર્યું છે. So I think now it's your address, sir.
No, I'll just again we can again there has been some network issues here also. We again welcome Dr. Kirit Shelat, Executive Chairman of NCCSD. Today is the first committee meeting of under the Redeveloping Atmanirbhar Gujarat Roadmap 2020-2030 for agriculture sector. On behalf of the Agriculture, Farmer Welfare and Cooperation Department, the department officials are here. All the HODs of the Agriculture Department are here, along with the board and board corporation MDs. Similarly, all the vice chancellors of the state universities, Organic University and the Kamdheni University are present online and both here in the meeting as well. So this is a very important task which we are going to set out, which we are now embarking by identifying the roadmap for the next 10 years for agriculture sector to make us Atmanirbhar and to allow the agriculture sector and the cooperation sector to grow, particularly agriculture, including horticulture, similarly animal husbandry, fisheries, and the cooperatives. For encompassing the entire range of all these subsectors within the agriculture sector. So this committee will give its the mandate for identifying the milestones and how we go about making budgetary provisions using the Government of India funds, using the state government funds, and then achieving those targets. So we are pleased to have Dr. Kirit Shalat, who has the necessary background, being the erstwhile secretary of this department. So I believe we will be able to set up practical, achievable, and noteworthy milestones for our department in the coming 10 years. So I request Dr. Kirit Shalat sir to give the initial remarks, as well as so touch down upon the agenda, how the agenda is to be set up, and how then we come about and have a discussion on this agenda every month. Sir.
Yeah. Good evening and pranam, and first of all, my congratulations to Dr. Manish Bhardwaj, Secretary of Agriculture, for thinking of developing a vision 2030 for Gujarat, because if Gujarat has to become a country has to become a multi-trillion economy, Gujarat has to go at a rapid rate. And if Gujarat has to go at rapid rate, its agriculture sector and farmer have to grow at much faster rate than what they are today. Now, I will give just a brief background. We started with this Atmanirbhar farmer concept and climate smart farmer concept in a pursuance with discussion with Principal Secretary to Honorable Prime Minister, who himself was my predecessor and Manish's predecessor. He was our Secretary Agriculture. In fact, when he was there, he had developed a vision which could not be implemented because he went to the CM's office, and later on we took it up and got it implemented. So we developed a first of all Indian perspective, and we have circulated it that book to almost everybody. But anybody who has not received it or want it can get in touch with Nisha, because that particular book gives a total perspective of what is needed to be done at national level, which we have to bring it down at state level. Now, second part of this was presented to Niti Aayog on 30th of this last month, and later on they also felt, and that is how discussion took place with Secretary Agriculture. Okay, why not Gujarat takes a step? They suggested कि आप गुजरात के एग्रीकल्चर सेक्रेटरी के बताओ कि भाई गुजरात एक मॉडल डेवलप करे तो पूरे कंट्री के स्टेट्स के and this is an implementable plan, as Manish has rightly said. It is not an academic vision. It is not a visualistic vision. It is something which has to be implemented at district and block level. So that is our first perspective. Second perspective is this is not going to be go on for 6 months, 8 months. We need to complete this before May. We are running in end of January, February, March. We should finish it up. April it can be firmed up and presented by Manish to the government. So during current Kharif season itself, its implementation can start. Third point, so if we take this vision only, otherwise such documents become visionary and they go on. So that is our second milestone, that we must by end of April we should present a document to Secretary Agriculture, who can then firm it up and take, then we decide and he can present it to the government and an implementation strategy starts. Now, third part is we have listed a list of topics which have been circulated, and which will be recirculated also after this meeting. Once Ravindra circulates IDs, email IDs of all the members, That topic is not a comprehensive list, but it is a broad list of topics which we need to cover in preparation of this state level vision, which ultimately will be translated into district and block level vision. Now, that part I am not going through because everybody knows what we are talking about. We are talking about the status of agriculture, current status of agriculture, animal husbandry, fisheries, cooperation, what we have, what is current productivity level, what are the potential areas, what are the obstacles or barriers we need to cover. All that has to come in the first initial stage related to basic 8 areas of agriculture sector. Then comes the more crucial part, how to go about it. So I have suggested that each head of the department, say Director Agriculture, will prepare a basic note on agriculture. Director Animal Husbandry will prepare on animal husbandry. Director Horticulture will prepare on horticulture. Atma will prepare on extension. Seed Corporation will prepare on seed strategy. The Agro Industries Corporation will prepare on agro industries vision or rural industries vision. Like that, the heads of department and heads of the will prepare a status paper. Now, this status paper will be first sent to me. We are identifying different experts. These experts will go through it and give comments to the head of department, which they will suitably incorporate. And then first webinar on each topic will start. That is where we will have a day-long webinar and will involve all of us, and second and third line of command, which is working everywhere. So this webinar will then discuss that particular note and form it up. That is part one so far as the current status is concerned. Now, second part is to develop an actual vision. Now, that is where the role of state agriculture universities will come, because heads of department are practitioners. They will consult their bottom people. They will involve their district level people, ground level people, consult farmers, and come out with their note and raise the issues. Okay, these are potential areas, these are problems. Now, it is agriculture universities which will now prepare basic notes. When we started Krushi Mahotsav, as I mentioned that Dr. P.K. Prishna had prepared a document. He had identified 7 horticulture crops and 7 agriculture crops, and with high value and high volume. Now, each university, we follow the same model. We first of all identify which are remunerative crops and which are high value crops. Because high value crops are those crops which have marketability. Otherwise, they do not have the high value. So maybe we can go up to 10, because this was done almost 20 years ago. So we can increase number of crops for each agriculture university. So each agriculture, it may be duplication. Wheat may be repeated in everywhere, rice may be repeated everywhere, cotton may be repeated, no problem. But each university will use its experts to prepare a basic crop-based note in which, starting from seed, soil management, all agriculture practices to and market level will be identified and discussed. First, university vice chancellor will ensure that is internally discussed, weighted by university itself. Then that note will again come for an expert view, which we are in process of identifying them. And after it is weighted, there will be webinar on this. And so second part is to discuss crop-wise ideas, followed by we will discuss related to what is required to be done in research development, what is required to be done in extension education, including KVK, what is required to be done in educational curriculum, what is required to be done in development of agriculture infrastructure, what is required to be done in terms of credit and finance, what is required to be done in terms of upskilling, reskilling. All those finer aspects will be built in. Now, this has to be done by the agriculture universities. They have sufficient number of scientists, quite capable, knowledgeable. Young people should be chosen. It is not necessarily young boys who have done this work can be given entrusted to develop base paper. So it will be stimulating exercise for them. Now, question is, this task is then distributed. Outside agencies which we need to involve, Manish, is NABARD, because it has to develop the credit plan, and FPO and entire infrastructure funds are with them. I also suggest that we sensitize Niti Aayog if they like to also give their representative. There is a Gujarati Patel lady now. She is one of their deputy advisor. We can write to Ramesh Chand, so they can nominate a person from Niti Aayog also to join this exercise. So this is in nutshell how we should go about it. Question is how fast people can prepare note. My suggestion is that by middle of February, we should have our first webinar, and this webinar will be day long, and then we go on repeating it. So by middle of March, all our webinars are over. When VD expert committee, we held 63 webinars in 1 month. So question is, okay, we have to be after this, otherwise it becomes a prolonged exercise and becomes a good academic document but not practicable. This is my preliminary thoughts. Now Manish can advise how we go about it.
No, sir, this is a good suggestion. I think what you have highlighted involving through webinars, day-long webinars, and in period of 1 month to come up with a concrete plan and finalize everything by May, so that we take the benefit of this financial year also, starting with this, and hopefully Government of India is also going to give an impetus or a thrust on agriculture sector in the current, in the forthcoming budget. So this seems to be a good, strategy, or as a first thought to begin with. We will also involve the Niti Aayog, so that their guidance is available, and then we are on the right track. They can also ensure that we have our the vice chancellors who are in this meeting right now. We can also take their initial thoughts. I believe starting with because we have Dr. Kelawala, the Vice Chancellor of the Kamdhenu University, is in this room. When he has heard you, sir. So with this, starting from Dr. Kelawala, and then Dr. Shah, and then the other 4 state universities, we will have a quick round of the input, and then followed by our HODs. They can also chip in and how we really frame it up. So our first webinar, which is planned for mid-February, I think we can then definitely plan up what theme and how to call in the experts. So we can, the sector we can take. Dr. Kelawala. Dr. Kelawala, Abhyarthi.
With regards to this redeveloping Atmanirbhar Gujarat, in animal husbandry sector, we want to increase the productivity. We are going to increase the number of animals, but at the same time, more important is to increase the productivity of animals. How best we increase the productivity?
Kelawala साहब, आप यहाँ आ जाओ, आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Good evening to one and all. With regards to Atmanirbhar Gujarat and in animal husbandry sector, what we want to do is to increase the productivity of animals. We are going to increase the number of animals. We are going to have sex sorted semen, so more number of females will be coming out. And at the same time, if we'll increase the productivity of the animals, we can definitely make our livestock owners Atmanirbhar. As we know that our indigenous cattle gives less production, but if we go for scientific management, complete scientific management, then we are going to increase the productivity. We are increasing the rate of artificial insemination, and with good number of artificial insemination, a good number of animals will be produced. And if we go for complete scientific management, nutrition, then green food availability, dry food availability, then definitely we can increase the production of the animals. As we know that now at once today we are at 15 milk production, we will increase our rank in milk production in our country also.
Thank you, Dr. Kelawal. Mr. B.R. Shah, please, from Gujarat Organic University.
Good evening, sir. सर आत्मनिर्भर के लिए सर सबसे पहले I suggest two kind of intervention. One is short term intervention and the second is long term policy intervention. क्योंकि short term वो immediate farmers के लिए we can put in schemes also, but for a long term because we have a number of problems since long. जैसे ये salinity ingress, फिर ये जो जहाँ भी नर्मदा का पानी जा रहा है वो सलाइन एरिया है और जैसे जैसे पानी जाएगा salinity will come up और ये प्रॉब्लम आज नहीं तो 3 साल के बाद भी आएगा. तो that kind of problems we have to identify and उसके लिए हमें we have to give suggestions. सर इसलिए ये long term जो है ये देखने के लिए we need a SWOT analysis of each sector, agriculture sector, animal husbandry sector, उसमें क्या अभी क्या अवेलेबल है और क्या जैसे आपने बताया कि what is the strength of each sector, तो ये देखने के बाद we can suggest कि कहाँ कमी है और how we can come up. ये करने के लिए ये चाहिए. उसमें 3-4 सेक्टर मैंने आज डिस्कस करने के लिए निकाले थे. फर्स्ट इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट इज स्किल डेवलपमेंट. स्किल है वो दैट इज फॉर बोथ एक्सटेंशन मशीनरी के लिए स्किल और फार्मर के लिए स्किल. ये दोनों की स्किल चाहिए. अभी आज जो भी हमारे यहाँ ऑफिसर्स वगैरह है हमारे फील्ड में भी जो काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो अभी जो भी ट्रेनिंग हम दे रहे हैं वो ट्रेनिंग दैट आर ऑल ऑफिस ट्रेनिंग्स. वी कैन गिव ए लेक्चर, वी कैन गिव बुक्स, एवरीथिंग, बट नॉट स्किल. उसके लिए स्किल नहीं है. तो वी हैव टू गिव ए स्किल डेवलपमेंट ट्रेनिंग टू ईच कैडर. तो दैट इज वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट एरिया. अगेन फॉर फार्मर ऑल्सो, जैसे ये शुगर केन है तो आवर प्रोडक्टिविटी इज 70 टन पर हेक्टर. हाउ वी कैन रीच अप टू 100? उसके लिए 1 आई सीड बर्ड है वो ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. अभी जो यूज करते हैं वो बराबर नहीं है, लेकिन हाउ टू प्रिपेयर ए नर्सरी, हाउ टू डेवलप सच काइंड ऑफ नर्सरी, दैट इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. और वो नर्सरी के लिए वी हैव टू सपोर्ट. वो हम स्कीम में हम कर सकते हैं. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट एरिया. सर सेकंड एरिया इज एक्सटेंशन इन पीपीपी मोड. एक्सटेंशन में हमें डिपार्टमेंट कर रहा है, दैट इज वन थिंग. लेकिन जो एपीएमसीज है, जो सोसाइटीज है, जो फर्टिलाइजर कंपनीज है, उसकी स्ट्रेंथ ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है. सबके पास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है. इस तालुका हमारे तालुका लेवल, ब्लॉक लेवल के ऑफिसर्स है, but we don't have infrastructure. Why we can give a specific place to them in each तालुका और वहां पर हम सेक्टर बनाए, वहां एक्सटेंशन एक्टिविटीज करें. जो भी एक्सपेंसेस होगा वो दे हैव अ CSR, तो उसका भी यूज करके हम कर सकते हैं. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट एरिया फॉर द एक्सटेंशन इन पीपीपी मोड. सर थर्ड इज इम्पोर्टेंट सेक्टर, मेरे ख्याल से इसमें ब्रॉड में लिया है, दैट इज द फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन सेक्टर. सर फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट इन एग्रीकल्चर. उसमें जो भी स्मॉल फील्ड है उसके लिए कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट चाहिए, उसके लिए रिसर्च भी चाहिए, उसके लिए हमें सपोर्ट भी चाहिए, उसके रिसर्च के लिए भी सपोर्ट चाहिए. और वो बनाने के लिए भी इंडस्ट्रीज को सपोर्ट चाहिए. सो वी हैव टू कंसीडर अ फार्म इम्प्लीमेंट सेक्टर आल्सो सर. थैंक यू.
Quickly now, I will request Vice Chancellor Junagadh University, followed by Anand, then Datiwada, and then Navsari, to quickly give their initial thoughts. We don't have to be too, elaborative on this, but initial thoughts how to go about it. Dr. Chavatia, if he's online. Otherwise, Dr. Vyas.
Yes, sir. Good evening to one and all here. I am Harry. Sir, I am very fortunate to contribute one chapter in this book, Atmanirbhar Self and Climate Smart Farmers. And in that, I contributed about the livelihood of small and marginal farmers for income generation. In that direction, as suggested by Salas Saab, we will concentrate on the crop, different crops, newer and upcoming newer crops, and especially the crop which is require less water and useful for our, I can say, desert and other parts, that we will concentrate. But with this, for income generation and livelihood, we need to concentrate on honey production, mushroom production, and poultry, other allied sectors, along with the hardcore agriculture. And we have to develop more and more agri-entrepreneurs at village level. That will change the scenario of whole state. And one more point is ICT-based tool we have to adopt in a broad way, so each and every farmers can easily be approached. These are few points from my side, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Chauhan, Datiwada.
सर.
हाँ डॉक्टर चौहान, हाँ बताइए.
नमस्कार. So whatever discussion going on that basis, Salat Sahab has mentioned that university has to first prepare the basic note on the crop wise. So I would like to mention that our university will do for wheat, bajra, maize in the cereals, then castor and cotton on cash crop, groundnut, mustard and till in the oil seeds, and amaranthus as a nutritious crop. We will prepare the basic notes for this. Again, we will keep in mind for the organic or praकृतिक farming with the soil and water management. So soil and water testing laboratory should be there. And again, we will give the emphasis that in this crop, wherever we will go, villages will become the self-reliance, that village have to produce their own seed. So whatever our concept for the smart village, that we will be go for this, and we will give the training to the farmers and students to prepare the seeds for that village. Again, whatever the Vyas Sahab has mentioned, that he is interested to prepare the I can say that mushroom, then honeybee. So the works is also going on here. So we will also give some more emphasis on that, and some farmers are ready to do this honeybee and I can say or agriculture. So we will assist for that, and we will give the trainings to the farmers and students in that.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Jinabhai Navsari.
Ji Namaskar, sir. So far South Gujarat is concerned and the 7 district comprises of this university is concerned. We have some 4-5 cereal crops like rice, sugarcane, cotton, then nagli and sorghum. And these are our strength for this cereal crop. So far fruit crops are concerned, we have mango, sapota, banana, and newly introduced dragon fruit also to work further. And we have floriculture sports are also very good in this area, and agroforestry is also gaining very important, and we have chances for that. So far post-harvest technology is concerned, we can work in this direction also for further 10 years. And for value addition also, because we have a very good cooperative sectors in this South Gujarat, and we can maximum involve this woman in value addition of this crop. So in this direction also we can work. And so far dal is concerned, completely the Prakrutik agriculture steps we can take, and for that we can give full of a package of practices for sustainable development for further 10 years.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dr. Patel. Yes, we have received very good response, and initial response of all the vice chancellors have been very encouraging, and we will work in the sector. Now I'll just quickly ask our HODs also to give in their initial thoughts, starting with that agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, and then MD agro industries are here, also followed by seeds and APMC.
Sir, good evening to all. First of all, I am very much thankful that opportunity has been given to me to represent some of my views. Sir, first of all, it is very much important that we have to have a long-term planning, and we have to adhere that planning, sir. For that, I am congratulating Secretary Agriculture and Salat sir that they have pondered upon this, sir. Sir, first of all, I want to say that we have to see the changes or phases in the agriculture sector as a whole, sir. Earlier, there were an extension phase, then we moved to schematic support system phase, sir. Now we are in a welfare stage, sir. For welfare, that is, income is the most important factor, and for that, sir, as per my view, on an average, one farmer have 180 days work. So we have to fill the rest of the 180 days. For that, sir, cropping intensity has to be increased, and for that, market and monsoon, both are the market is the economic factor, but monsoon is the definitely climate smart agriculture. We can bridge the gap, sir. Some of my suggestions, sir, briefly I will tell that we have to focus on institutionalization of farmer like FPO or cooperative or as such. Second, sir, what most missing factor is, or most lacking factor is the delivery mechanism for extension as well as welfare schemes or welfare support, sir. Third, sir, we have to weed out the obsolete technology or obsolete schematic support or obsolete expenditure, sir. And we have to, sir, one most thing which I would like to say that we have to improve our data collection system, sir. Since the last 10-15 years, sir, we are lacking this data collection system, sir. And we have to focus as per the remunerative crops, sir. Like we have how we can improve the remuneration from groundnut, cotton, paddy, castor, etc., which are the major crops. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I would request Dr. Horticulture. ઝડપથી કયું કેવું છે Dr. Animal Husbandry તમારે let us see here, and Prakash ભાઈ તમારે seeds બાબતમાં initial responses કોઈ nothing કોઈ એટલે આપણને ખ્યાલ પડે we all have such wealth of information and how to start, and we should start well quickly.
Very good evening, sir. For animal husbandry, sir, as Dr. Kilawala said, I want to emphasize those points only, sir. We are blessed. Gujarat, state of Gujarat is blessed with a good cooperative sector, sir. We can utilize that point because production, if we increase the production, marketing from root to top is very well established and very well settled, sir. So by increasing more number of lactating animals, that should be our goal, sir. And along with increasing population, sir, productivity should be taken care of, sir. The productivity of every milch animal, even for goat also we should keep in mind, sir. And second important point is providing health care. That is by two ways, by providing immunization and treating animals. And treatment aspect should be taken care of at every doorstep level, sir, because the farmers and the livestock owners, they want their animals to be treated at their doorstep. So that should be taken care of, sir. And what immunization should be given free of cost for every diseases, even for poultry, for smaller ruminants and for the larger ruminants also, sir. And very important aspect is breeding one, sir. As Dr. Kelawala said, we are actually second in the AI coverage of our state is just 40%, sir. We should increase that. Of course, we are second in AI, following sir Uttar Pradesh. We are second in the state. Even the central government has taken up that project, National Artificial Insemination Program. So the females animals should be inseminated by using either frozen semen or the utilization of sex sorted semen should be progeny we get should be female, and we can reduce the birth of males, sir. And the very important aspect is feed and fodder. That should also be taken care of, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Falguni. Now, quickly, Prakash Bhai, MD of Seed Corporation, from seed point of view for the next 10 years.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Gujarat farmers is very progressive, and they producing not only their own requirement, but they are also producing seeds for other states also. In Gujarat State Seed Corporation is producing 20% of the market share, and next 10 years our vision will be increase the seed replacement rate, because higher varieties and hybrids are very important for agriculture production, and by that way we can increase the quality of the agriculture produce and also increase the quantum of the agriculture produce. Thank you.
ठीक है, Dr. DP Desai और Commissioner and Commissioner Fisheries, both these are the two very vital sectors. Devang, તમે છો online show? Otherwise, you will be. Devang, quickly, you heard everybody.
Yes.
So tell me your initial views, because fishery is the very most promising sector for Gujarat for the coming 10 years. It has always been, but next 10 years very vital for fisheries,
yes,
as well as for cooperatives generally. You just speak briefly how we should go about it.
Sir, first I will talk about the fisheries point of view, sir. Sir, we are very glad and happy that we have been made part of this journey, sir. And I congratulate you for taking this initiative roadmap for our 2020 to 2030, sir. Sir, as a couple of points mentioned on which aspect we should concentrate, sir. So the inland fishing, fish production, sir, we have a huge potential, sir. So we will concentrate on inland production, and we envisage that we at least increase our inland production 5 times during a course of time, sir. And fisheries sector is earning, sir, good foreign revenue, sir. Our export stands at more than 5,000 crores, sir, as of now, sir. So if we increase the production, it not only will increase, sir, carbon-free economy, but also on us the foreign revenue, sir. Sir, our one more request is, sir, the fisheries should be included as a part of agriculture, sir. Because as the animal husbandry has been made the integral part of agriculture, sir, I think the fisheries has to be given that status, sir. So that will boost the agriculture output, sir. Sir, and sir, marine fisheries, we have already the second largest producer in the country, sir. So we aim to regain our #1 status in a time to come, sir. And the government of India has also declared Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, sir. So we'll take benefit of it, sir. So this is for the fishery sector, sir. Cooperative, sir.
This is the outcome of our committee meeting, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Cooperatives are concerned, sir. We are aiding the APMCs and Sales and Purchase Union, Taluka and district as well, sir. So we will, sir, try to coordinate with the agriculture department for market lineages, sir. एक वो हम करेंगे, and sir, FPO preparation is underway, but since FPO registration under the Cooperative Act, so if this guideline can be, sir, given, so the FPO creation under the cooperative acts can be expedited, sir. And same is with the fish farmers producer organization, FFPO under cooperative sector.
Okay.
So through them,
Okay.
we can tie up with the grassroots level, sir. This
Okay.
is what I have to say, sir.
Thank you, Devang bhai. Quickly, તમે online છો? APMC કઈ કેવું છે? Director APMC, if you want to add, you can please come and.
Director APMC તરીકે આપણા કોઈ મુદ્દાઓ.
For next 10 years, Director APMC is going to be a very important person in agriculture
Yes,
sector. बोलो.
जैसे साहब ऐसे तो बात किया बराबर, लेकिन
हाँ ये कहीं कहो. हाँ बोलो गुजराती है तो अपना
224 એપીએમસી છે, પણ જે બેઝિક ફેસિલિટી ઉપરાંત એમાં સ્ટોરિંગ ફેસિલિટી હોવી જોઈએ. એ સ્ટોરિંગ ફેસિલિટી બહુ ઓછી છે. સાથે સાથે એપીએમસીસ ની અંદર જે કૃષિ ઉત્પાદન આવે છે એમાં ગ્રેડિંગ, ક્લીનિંગ, પેકેજિંગ, બ્રાન્ડિંગ એવી જે ફેસિલિટી મતલબ વેલ્યુ એડિશન માટેની જરૂરિયાત છે એના પર અમે ફોકસ કરીશું. એ ઉપરાંત બહાર એવી એપીએમસી છે કે જેમાં અત્યારે યાર્ડ નથી અથવા તો જમીન છે અને યાર્ડ બાંધવાના બાકી છે. આવ્યો એમાં ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક સરકાર દ્વારા ગુજરાત કૃષિ માર્કેટિંગ બોર્ડને નોડલ એજન્સી તરીકે નિમ્યું છે. ત્યાં એક ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક ટ્રેડિંગ પ્લેટફોર્મ ઊભું કરી અને રાજ્યની તમામ બજાર સમિતિઓ ઉપરાંત પ્રાઇવેટ માર્કેટ એ ઉપરાંત વેરહાઉસ છે, સાયલો છે, કોલ્ડ રૂમ, કોલ્ડ સ્ટોરેજ છે, બધાને એની સાથે કનેક્ટ કરીને એક અલગ વ્યવસ્થિત એક ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક ટ્રેડિંગ પ્લેટફોર્મ રાજ્યમાં થાય એ માટેના પ્રયાસો કરે.
ગુડ. હવે ડાયરેક્ટર હોર્ટિકલ્ચર પણ એમનું જરા કહે કેમ કે હોર્ટિકલ્ચર પણ આપણા આવતા 10 વર્ષ માટે ખૂબ જ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ સેક્ટર રહેવાના છે. એ તમારો પ્રતિભાવ ક્વિકલી.
બધાને નમસ્કાર. ઓલ રિસ્પેક્ટેડ ડિગ્નેટરીઝ, આવતું વર્ષ 2021 એટલે ચાલુ વર્ષ ટૂંકમાં ઇન્ટરનેશનલ હોર્ટિકલ્ચર વર્ષ તરીકે જાહેર થયેલું છે. એ અનુસંધાને આપણા સર્વની અપેક્ષા છે કે તમામ સ્તરેથી યુનિવર્સિટી લેવલેથી ઓલ અધર ડાયરેક્ટર્સ લેવલથી પૂરો સપોર્ટ મળે અને વધુમાં વધુ હોર્ટિકલ્ચરનું પ્રોગ્રેસ થાય. લોકોને ન્યુટ્રિશનલ સિક્યુરિટીની આજે બહુ જરૂર છે. ફૂડ સિક્યુરિટીમાં આપણે આગળ વધી ગયા છે અને એના માટે એગ્રી સ્ટાર્ટઅપ છે, પ્રોસેસિંગ છે, એક્સપોર્ટ છે, વેલ્યુ એડિશન છે, આ બધા ક્ષેત્રોને ખૂબ આગળ વધારીએ તો જ આ શક્ય બને છે. એરિયા વધારવું આપણા માટે મર્યાદા થઈ ગઈ છે, પણ પ્રોડક્ટિવિટી વધે અને જે કંઈ માલ ઉત્પાદન થઈ રહ્યો છે એની ટોટલ વોલ્યુમ વધે અને વોલ્યુમ વધે એની સામે આપણે દૂરના માર્કેટ અથવા તો નિકાસના માર્કેટો સુધી પહોંચીએ અથવા તો જે આપણે કોમન કહીએ છીએ 30% વેસ્ટેજ જઈ રહ્યું છે, વર્ષોથી એ જ કહેતા આવ્યા છીએ આટલું એટલું પ્રયત્ન કરવા છતાં. તો એનો એક અલ્ટરનેટિવ એ છે કમોસમી ઉત્પાદન મળે, લોકોને 12 માસ જે ખાવાનું જોઈએ છે, ઈચ્છા છે એ મુજબનું લોકોની ફૂડ હેબિટ બદલાઈ રહી છે. તો એમાં વધુમાં વધુ આવા ફળ શાકભાજીનો વપરાશ વધારે લોકો અને એ રીતે પોતાનું યોગદાન આપે એવી અપેક્ષા.
We will also add in this committee the director of sugar, because sugar also is a very important aspect of our agriculture sector, and eventually we will add one more member and then he should also be a part of our deliberation. I'll request MD Gujarat Agro Industries Corporation to also quickly give his point of view.
Sir, first of all, I congratulate our respected secretary that who is taking so many initiatives and lead for this type of lead also. And under the guidance of Chalisa, we will get very good complete policy, comprehensive policy, I think. Sir, I will not take much time. My points are very clear that, sir, we are having theoretically very good policies at place also, but implementation of the schemes is a big challenge, sir. My point is that implementation of scheme in agriculture should be as a business model, not as a burden on the officers, sir. Because officers are already overburdened in the field and with so many works. We should take GGRC model type thing for the implementation. Most of the projects in agriculture, sir, suffering because of implementation. We are having very good funds. This is my one point, sir. And secondly, we have to identify all the potential fields in the agriculture sector which will support the agriculture sector, the income of the farmers. And sir, now Government of India has very good position for FPOs and AIFs, sir. So for backward linkages, we should explore that, and at the same time processing and facilitation for the processing, branding and export of the local market. We should at the same time explore the local markets. Our secretary, many times we discuss it, sir. In this policy, local market should also be explored, sir. And sir, we should make this thing actionable policy, sir. Theoretical policy is okay, sir, but everything should be clear in this actionable note. Who will do what? In general, what happens, sir? Without any clear vision, we are not having the who will do what, sir. My point is very clear that this should be written, that this should be done by agro, and he has to do in whatever way. This should be done by director. Sir, overlapping of the roles is a big problem, sir. These are few points, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Randhawa Sahab. Now I would request Secretary Animal Husbandry, Cooperation and Fisheries, who holds very important charges to regard as far as, because all are promising sectors, fisheries, cooperation and animal husbandry. So he will also give his important point of view. Nalin bhai.
Good evening, sir. સર સૌ પહેલા તો હું ડોક્ટર કિરીટ સેલત સર અને આપને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન આપીશ કે મને લાગે છે ટોટલી યુનિક અને ઇનોવેટિવ આઈડિયા સાથે આપણે આ એક કમિટીનું ફોર્મેશન કર્યું છે કે જે આવતા 10 વર્ષ માટે એગ્રીકલ્ચરમાં કઈ રીતે ગ્રોથ વધી શકે અને ખાસ કરીને 2022 ની તો વાત બરાબર છે કે ખેડૂતની આવક બમણી થાય, પણ એ ઉપરાંત પણ આગળ શું થઈ શકે એ માટેનો એક રોડ મેપ તૈયાર કરવા માટેનું એક સરસ ફોરમ બનાવ્યું છે. અને સર હમણાં જો ભારદ્વાજ સરને કહેતો હતો કે આજની પહેલી બેઠક ભલે પ્રિલિમિનરી છે છતાં પણ એનું એક આઉટકમ એક કોન્ક્રીટની રીતે કહેવાય તો હમણાં દેસાઈજીએ જે સૂચ્યું કે ફિશરીઝને પણ એગ્રીકલ્ચરનો દરજ્જો મળવો જોઈએ એ કદાચ સૌથી ઝડપથી આપણે એને હાથ ઉપર લેવું જોઈએ અને જે પણ કક્ષાએ એના માટે રજૂઆત કરવાની હોય તે કરવી જોઈએ. સર અમારા ત્રણે એચઓડીએ ફિશરીઝ, એનિમલ હસબન્ડરી, સહકાર અને ઇવન ડાયરેક્ટર એપીએમસીએ પોતે પણ પોતાની પ્રાયોરિટી અત્યારે સર બતાવી કે હાઉ ધે કેન કોન્ટ્રીબ્યુટ ટુવર્ડ્સ ધ ડેવલપમેન્ટ ઓફ એગ્રીકલ્ચર સેક્ટર ઇન ગુજરાત. અમારા સેક્ટરો કઈ રીતે કામ કરે એનું અમારી પાસે થોડુંક અત્યારે એક વિઝન તૈયાર છે. ઓવર ધી પીરિયડ ઓફ ટાઈમ્સ જ્યારે આપણે મિટિંગો મળશે સર એક આઈડિયાને વધારે અમે ક્લિયર કરતા જઈશું. સર હમણાં જે વીસી નવસારી એગ્રીકલ્ચર યુનિવર્સિટી અને અમારા ડાયરેક્ટર એનિમલ હસબન્ડરી કહ્યું એ પ્રમાણે ગુજરાત ઇઝ રિયલી બ્લેસ્ડ with very good cooperative network અને એનો આપણે કઈ રીતે ખેડૂતોનો અને ખેતીના વિકાસમાં લાભ લઈ શકીએ એને પણ વધુ આપણે ડિફાઇન કરશું, વધારે એને ફાઇનલ કરશું. સર હમણાં જ અમે ડેપ્યુટી સીએમ સર સાથે પ્રી બજેટ મીટિંગ જ્યારે કરી હતી ત્યારે ભારદ્વાજ સાહેબની અમારી જે લીડરશિપમાં અમે ઘણા બધા મુદ્દાઓ એવા લઈને ગયેલા કે જે કદાચ પહેલી વખત મૂક્યા છે અને હોપફુલી દે વિલ ઓલ થ્રુ ડ્યુરિંગ ધ ટાઈમ ઓફ બજેટ સેશન. તો એ બધા પણ અમને કામમાં આવશે. સર ફ્રોમ અવર સાઇડ, ફ્રોમ સેક્રેટરી કોઓપરેશન સાઇડ અમારા જેટલા જે ડિવિઝન છે સર પશુપાલન, ફિશરીઝ, સહકાર અને એગ્રીકલ્ચર માર્કેટિંગ, જે ભારદ્વાજ સરે કીધું કે નેક્સ્ટ ડેકેડ માટે કદાચ સૌથી મોટી ચેલેન્જ છે એ એગ્રીકલ્ચર માર્કેટિંગની છે. પોસ્ટ હાર્વેસ્ટિંગ જે કંઈ અમારે ફેસિલિટી પૂરી પાડવાની છે. અને સર અત્યારે તો આપણો આ મિટિંગમાં એટલું પણ કહી શકાય કે જ્યારે અત્યારે એગ્રીકલ્ચર રિફોર્મ્સ ઉપર જે કંઈ જેની કે રેઝિસ્ટન્સ આવી રહ્યા છે આપણે વી ઓલ નો, તો એ સંદર્ભમાં પણ આ બધું મને લાગે છે અત્યારે ખૂબ જ આપણા માટે મહત્વનું છે. અને આઈ એમ વેરી હોપફુલ કે હવે પછીની જે મિટિંગો આપણી સતત થશે તો વધારે સારી સાથે ચર્ચાઓ સાથે, કોન્ક્રીટ વાતો સાથે અને એમાં આપણે આખો વ્યવસ્થિત રોડ મેપ બનાવી અને કઈ રીતે આગળ વધવું એ થઈ શકશે. I once again congratulate and thanks both the secretaries, sir.
Thank you, Nalin bhai, for your insight. Ravindra, you want to add something? You may say.
First of all, I'd like to thank Secretary Agriculture and Kirit Selat sir, who is always ready to offer his solutions, and he is always behind us. Like, you should do this, you should do that. So this time, sir said, like, let us take benefit of sir's enthusiasm Let us do something concrete rather than getting some presentations and getting some books. So I think this committee is going to fulfill those promises. And as Shelard sir and Secretary sir has said, every HOD should send their note, and it has been given in the initial note that your note should be precise and to the point. It should not be more than 6 pages edited thing. And I think Kirit Shelard sir will tell more about like what should be the format of that note. And I think you should send it as early as possible. Maybe let's say within next week, so that by 15th of February, when we want to have our first webinar, everything should be ready and we should be in a position to discuss and debate those things. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe more or less, sir, you have heard everybody. So all are very enthusiastic. Whole team is very enthusiastic at the HOD level, at the secretariat level, and I believe with your experience and your valuable inputs, we will certainly be tapping on each and every sector. That is very important because holistic development of all the sectors within our department is necessary. We should be able to utilize the resources of our universities, as well as we should be able to provide meaningful, measurable, practical, and what we say, what the farmers or our animal husbandry, Pashupalak or the fishermen, they want. That kind of service delivery should be ensured by the department through implementation. So many, I think we will be able to touch upon all aspects of functioning of delivery of our services, gathering of data, analysis of that data, and then putting the resources of the government through budgetary allocation for that particular sector. So I believe we, in a way, we will be able to refine and also remove things which are not necessary now, or rather divert our resources to those sectors which are most promising and which are necessary for the coming decade. So for a decadal planning generally requires a lot of thinking, and this will force all our the key persons to basically deliberate, think, read the past data, and then also to derive what should be our roadmap for the coming decade. Because for a decade planning requires a lot of it has to go beyond mere talk or mere budgetary analysis of the past 2, 3, 4 years. So 10-year horizon is a very big horizon. And I believe by using the good resources of all our officers, and there are good number of even below them also there are talent pool of our young officers are there, both at the at Gandhinagar level and at the field level, which I believe we will be able to come out with meaningful policy. So I would request Nishaben to offer her services for enlisting the support of Niti Aayog. Dr. Neelam Ben Patel is the advisor who actually looks after our this thing, and we had been interacting with her as far as the Atma natural farming this thing is concerned. But we should go beyond that, and our terms of engagement generally with Niti Aayog has been very, very very precise, I would say. So because our sector is so huge and wide, so on all aspects we should also be able to derive from the wisdom of Niti Aayog. I think that we should do. And for that, we will again write to Niti Aayog. Nishaben will help us. Ravindra will coordinate with you. And we will be sharing the email IDs and the mobile number of all the officers who are part of this, the committee. And then, and directly we will be collating, my department will be collating the initial reports, what we are wanting. And then for our first webinar, say 2 weeks prior, say we have a week's time. So within 1 week, by the end of first week, we should be in a position to identify the agenda items for our the 15th Feb webinar. And thereon, for the next period of 1 month, we will have continuous our webinar sector wise, and then we should finalize our the complete strategy by end of May 2021. So this is all, sir, from our side. If you have anything to add, sir. Your mic is closed, sir.
Am I audible, sir? Sir, am I audible?
Yes, Dr. Acharya. Yes.
Hanji. Good evening, sir. I think a very good discussion has happened, and agriculture is on the transformation mode. It's churning, but there are contemporary technological transformation that is happening in other sectors also, like digitization, connectivity, artificial intelligence, data analytics, blockchain, robotic, etc. And agriculture need to be seen in consolidation with that in this vision paper. We have achieved enough production of food, fruits, vegetable, milk, etc. But the food safety, immunity, and traceability, etc., are the important sectors. So it need to be more inclusive, multi-layered, and multifunctional. Agriculture is no longer a commodity movement, and it must add sectors like ecological service, because agriculture is not merely the food production, because ecological services should be added into it. Social equity, gender equity, and environmental justice with intensive use of technologies from other sectors. Now, when we talking about Atmanirbharta, agriculture has 4 important aspects where farmers feel weak. One is the information, second is the technology, third is the input, and fourth is the marketing. And all 4, he depends on others. So this need to be due consideration in this vision paper. Production of food grains, fruits, vegetable has increased. However, value addition is only 2.2%, export is 7%, waste is about 40%, which is humongous. So we have the disgusting resources use efficiency, like 85% water is used in agriculture, but water use efficiency is only 34%. Greenhouse gas emission is 20%. It needs attention. Production should be characterized by 5 things. It should be demand driven. It should be value amenable. It should be knowledge intensive. It should be technology intensive. And more important, agriculture has become a sector which no one want to practice. So it should be drudgery relieving. Technology doesn't mean big. This no or low cost technology like Jivamrit, Bijamrit, Vermiwash, etc. can be used. And over the time, and the agriculture has to be brought on circuitry mode. That is 40% waste can become an invaluable input for producing a value-added output for the next value chain in a circuitry mode. Over the time, soil, water, energy, agriculture, and livelihood security nexus and problems have become more complex. Be it persistent problem like water, diseases, pest, and new problems, or the new problems like locust or corona, etc. Their nature is regional rather than individual form-centric. So our solution cannot be expected to be at individual level. So during planning of the next years, our most of the what is the pragmatic execution should be community-based, community-relevant, and community participatory. I'm thankful to the Secretary Agriculture and Dr. Shelat for giving me opportunity to put my points forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sir. Yes, sir. Sir.
I have 2 or 3 points. First is each vice chancellor and head of the department himself is the coordinator. He will not delegate this task to any person below. That is number 1. Number 2, Ravindran will be supported by NISA as a secretarial job, so that yes, all data, whatever comes, is assimilated and properly sent. Third is we need to have list of experts so this group can suggest. We have certain experts with us. We will share with Secretary Agriculture through and Mr. Ravindran, and once they firm it up, we can send them those notes. Fourth important part is that there are related departments. I will send a list, and we have to give them similar tasks to prepare, like water resource department, solar energy department. They are all contributing to our work. So, and particularly we have to involve Gujarat Milk Marketing Federation, which is a major player in our work. Second is we need to involve also IRMA, which is a think tank organization. And third, of course, is the new idea which you have floated of how to bring more land under agriculture, because we are losing land under agriculture. and you have set up this wasteland development idea. So there also we will have to look from focused point of view, say, so that maximum people take advantage of it, and we are able to add significant agriculture land to Gujarat's development, and later on it can be monetized also. Now, I think from this we start, and Nisha and Ravindran will further coordinate. First task, we ask Director Agriculture, Horticulture, heads of department to prepare their notes. And that will be, because that is the position note. Now, we have not suggested any format, but CACP format is good. It covers everything. If Director Agriculture, but it does not create involve the current trends, issues, farmers' issues. So that all has to be added. Otherwise, from tax point of view, CACP format for heads of department is good. Animal husbandry department is not mentioning about poultry, sheep, goat, camel, all that they have to take care of. It is hills cattle alone is not going to sufficient to boost the agrarian economy. So we have to look at all the factors. Similarly, fisheries department has to look at seaweed, which is a huge resource and in abundance, and for which huge government money is available. So these are broad ideas, and I think once again it is a. I would like to honor, in fact, Manish for thinking of this idea, because we always need to work on a framework. And a framework, this kind of talent available, we can develop for ourselves. Our tasks are easy. So I congratulate him once again for doing this, and I think this beginning of dialogue, Ravindran can set up a small secretarial team, so we can take this correspondence and other things forward. Niti Aayog will take care. We'll talk to Ramesh Chand, who is our associate. Now we have contact with Rajiv. We'll also sensitize Dr. P.K. Mishra. We are doing this because there is a continued interest on what is happening in Gujarat agriculture and all other sectors at highest level in our country, which everybody must have noticed in recent months.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I believe, so what we all have heard you, so that now our the Director Agriculture, Horticulture, Atma, and all the HODs will quickly prepare their the concept note, and it should be specific. So agriculture, horticulture can follow, as rightly said, the CACP the format, and also add whatever is not mentioned there. You should add. Similarly, animal husbandry will give the point of view on all milch and non-milch cattle for agrarian economy. Similarly, Director Sugar will add about the concept paper for the sugar perspective for the next 10 years. Similarly, Director APMC will give accordingly, and all vice chancellors of the universities will write on their this thing. So once we receive this, we will and we should, and the MD Gujarat Agro Industries Corporation, Seed Corporation, and similarly the other corporations within the entire department. So we will collate these things. We have to send it to Ravindra Katale, our DS Agriculture, and then by the we should set up a target, because now the leaves are coming, so it gives us a time to think also. Think on the we need not be to focus. There's no need to even fetch too much of data. Come on the basic, the point should be covered, and then send your concept note. It need not be too much elaborative, and then we take off. So by next week, say we give us a target of a week's time is sufficient for us to think. In any case, we are also at the process of writing our own, preparing for our PR. So we are in any way, familiar with all the data points to be put up. It will be good exercise. You will complete by 1 week's time, and then send it to Nisha ji, and then this will give us a good idea for our first webinar on in mid-February. So I thank you, Dr. Shelat sir and his team, and also all our the vice chancellors who have joined here as well as online. and all our HODs and secretary cooperation. Thank you, everybody. This is a very meaningful and I think it will be a very good exercise which we all are embarking. And we will use the wisdom of all our senior officers for developing a roadmap for the next 10 years. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
I think last point, agro industries can provide secretarial service to Ravindra. So
yes, sir.
Because Sachivalaya, so the team put under him.
Evidas will do. Right, sir. Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.